Hey everybody, I am back. So upon a recommendation, I have set up a Twitch account and I've linked it below. I'll give that a try. Might as well stream on a third platform if I have that option available to me. My light on here. Hope you're all doing well. I streamed for about 3 hours this morning working on a comic book page. That image is in the whatever you call it. The cover. It's the cover shot of this video. So I'm going to finish this page and just do some digital pencils on my Cintiq. And yeah, check out thesaints.me for our custom link. It takes you right to the campaign. It's very cool. Give Christian Rosado a shot. He's a mega talent out of Peru. Just simply amazing. His stuff reminds me of Zafino. It's like a mix of Zafino and the late great Jean-Paul Leon. So, and again, we have our comic books back here, Allegiance Arts. Those are all at Walmart. So you can go and check out allegiancearts.com, and we have these displays up at over 3,000 Walmart stores across the country. So go check out those books. And without further ado, I am going to just get right to work because that's the mode I'm in right now. And while I don't have a bunch of meetings and business stuff lined up, I'm going to draw as many pages as possible over the next handful of weeks, or days. We'll see how long I've got. All right, so I'm going to share my Cintiq screen with you guys. That's the panel from this morning. And let's see. I'll make it big. Okay, and I want to play some copyright-free music for you. And I do keep an eye on the chat. I'll go ahead and post the link in the chat here. All right, so if you guys have questions while I'm working, I try to keep an eye on the chat, but I can't get to everybody. Yeah, we've got a lot more people in the lunchtime stream than we did in the early morning stream. All right, so I've got 4 panels to draw today, and go ahead and get started with the perspective. I start with you can see my layouts in the blue line if you're new to the channel or you're new to my work. This is how I do it. So I need to find my horizon line. That's the first thing I do. Who knows, maybe this Twitch thing will be a huge success. I don't know anything really about it. I can't say I've ever even watched a Twitch stream, but I'm just not going back to Twitter. Don't send me back there, please. All right, for those of you that cannot see what I'm doing, I have a I work on a Cintiq, and this is Photoshop. And so on top of my Cintiq, I use a straight edge to do my perspective grids. Sorry about the music. It's copyright free, so it's what we got. I need a different straight edge. All right, there is today's comic book drama. Honestly, I can't tell what's real and what's not anymore, and who's joking and who's being serious. So you might be right. I did hear that Batman is being outsold now by several mangas, but I don't know anything else about it. I should probably pay more attention to manga. Oh, look. My first Twitch comment. I could be famous. Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers. Bigfollows.com. Oh, internet. We could all be famous. Maybe if we all went in together. Yeah, if you guys can maybe keep the chat going, and I'll just feature your comments. That way I can keep drawing. We got Pop XP in the chat. Very cool channel. That's Niall over at Pop XP. Reed likes the drama. It is the spice of life. As a storyteller, how can you not appreciate drama? No, I love drama and conflict. I love creating it in comic books. It's pretty fun when you can get two characters to really have a compelling conflict that enhances your storyline. I'm a big fan, actually. You got it. Okay. Sure, I'll be on. Send me the deets, as they say, and I'll spill the tea. This is probably my least favorite song because it repeats on this freaking. Anyway, it's royalty free. All right, so I guess I'll be on Pop XP this evening. All right, I'm going to show you guys how I do the lower vanishing point. I forget which axis. Is this a y-axis? I don't remember. So if my horizon line is of my camera. Is above the panel border, so that means my vertical axis here will recede to a vanishing point, and I do that by just creating some vertical lines, and then I grab the distort like that. And I just kind of drag them to whatever feels right. Would you guys prefer classical music or jazz? And I'll make it happen. Let's see. We can get a coffee shop vibe. All right, so I've got a grid. Thank you, Mr. Robinson. There's only 150 copies that we're going to make available, and there aren't many more after that. Enough for me to have a few to keep, give away to our friends and potential interested parties as comps. All right, Marcus is going slightly up an incline. So he's getting out of the truck here, goes around the front of the truck, and he's going into his house or onto the porch, which looks like it's about a 4-foot incline or so. So he's going, I'm just doing the measurements here to try to figure out where this truck is going to land. The truck is a little tall. I've gotten much better at drawing dogs. That's one of the benefits here of working on this book. He's a little off, but I'm revisiting. So I'm going to kind of redo the truck here. I'll move back. Keep it really simple at first, just because I need to get starting to get the truck down. That looks about right to me. Yeah, that's funny. So legionsarts.com, that's our publishing company. You can check out our books. We distribute through Walmart and over 3,000 stores. Red Rooster, The Futurists, Nora's Saga, and Bass Reeves, and our new title, The Saints, is on Indiegogo. And we sell quite a number of books outside of YouTube. But thank you, Francis. Walmart's been pretty good to us, but we are expanding the summer is about expansion, so we're looking, past Walmart to other retailers for Allegiance Arts products. So I don't have any announcements at this time, but we are working towards expansion as quickly as possible, because we want to serve, not everybody's a Walmart customer, and we want to make sure everybody has the opportunity to get a hold of our great books. Thank you. Yeah, we really appreciate Walmart. As a launch partner, they've been really cool. And it's opened a lot of doors for us. And for comic books, a lot of new comic book fans are finding books there. Allegiance Arts merchandise in Walmart. Just our comic books are in Walmart. So you can see, here I'll show you the display, which is behind me. This is our stand. It's usually back in the entertainment and books section with our comic books in them. We have a store locator list on our website. In regards to other merch and stuff, we're just letting things play out, and these things take time. So, but we do have a lot of great relationships in the licensing and merchandise space that we've met over the last couple of years as we've been on this publishing adventure. And so once that's ready to roll and we have the bandwidth and the time to let all this percolate, then it will happen. It'll take its course naturally. T-shirts, we have a small selection of t-shirts available on our website. So we have a Red Rooster t-shirt, a Futurist t-shirt. In Nora t-shirts, I think we might be sold out of Bass, but I'm not really sure. But we do have t-shirts on allegiancearts.com. Thank you, Francis. Appreciate that. We're very, very fortunate to work with some really great talents. David Williams, Christian Rosado, who is a phenom. He's a phenom. He's doing the Saints book. He's out of Peru and a super nice guy. And he deserves all the success that is coming his way. Butch Geis, of course. And last but certainly not least, Kelsey Shannon. I am actually very proud to say that I'm probably the worst artist at the company. Alien Xenomorph, thank you for $2. I'm putting your comment up because you gave me $2, but I seriously doubt Ethan is telling people not to buy our books. I don't think he would do such a thing because that's not good for comic books. Rosado's art looks phenomenal. Yes, it is phenomenal. He's just I'm jealous. It's like, he's a mix of Zafino and Jean-Paul Leon. Thank you. So I love anthropology and archaeology. I am a novice, I'm sure, compared to you, but I am fascinated with history and the layered onion that is history. I find that anyway, I get really, it's hard for me to talk and draw at the same time, but I'm super fascinated with history, especially things that are real obscure. So The Saints was created by myself and Patrick Stiles, and it was born out of our mutual love of history, but it was the original idea came out of that time period when ISIS was running rampant across the Levant, and they were destroying the ruins like at Palmyra and other places. And we thought, wouldn't it be cool if there was a covert, clandestine group of scientists and ex-military guys that were protecting those sacred sites, or not really, I mean, they are sacred. They're World Historic Sites. Maybe not sacred, but they're certainly important. And that gave life to the saints, although the saints has nothing to do with ISIS or anything like that, or terrorism. Well, kind of. So we kind of blended that with the secret society of individuals that are protecting humanity. But I'm glad it resonates with you. All right. Doing wheels is just a little complicated. So what I do is I gotta put another So when I'm doing a wheel, I'm sure you guys know this trick. I want to find the center axis. So put a little square in my perspective grid, and then I put an X on the square, just connect the corners, and that gives me my center right there. And in the case of the first panel, the wheels are turned, which makes it a little extra complicated. You just have to put the wheels will just find a different vanishing point on your horizon line to make them turn left or right. I also have to make sure that the wheels, see, it's a little off. They also have to fit under the bed of the truck as well. So maybe I should start with the bed of the truck. So it's going to be right about here. Kid Mustang, the colorist on the Saints is Christian Rosado. He is a one-man band. Well, not fully, because Mike Barron is scripting the book, but he is coloring the book as well, and just doing a great job. Thank you, Nighthawk. All right, we've got a critic. Everybody gets their moment. Everybody gets their 15 seconds. I forgot that the Red Rooster sketchbook was supposed to be big, didn't I? Honestly, I have no idea where this is coming from, but I'm getting several comments like this. The Red Rooster sketchbook is phenomenal. We went and did a photo shoot of my sketchbooks. It was an all-day affair. We got some really beautiful shots, but it's exactly what I wanted it to be, and it was never supposed to be big. It's a companion piece to the 72-page graphic novel of Red Rooster Golden Age, and it was printed in very limited numbers. And a few individuals, a handful, 3 or 4, have approached me and said that it should have been oversized and hardcover and like 80 pages long. That is not fiscally even realistic, and nor do I have enough back matter to fill a huge book like that. So it's a cool companion piece, and we're certainly very proud of it. I think there are YouTube channels that like just make stuff up about us, and they spread crazy stuff, and it lands on my lap every few days. But don't believe everything you hear. That timer's too big. In fact, for the Saints campaign, we're doing the exact same format for the sketchbook, and it's going to be super cool. Christian's got some incredible behind-the-scenes sketches, and we're going to do the editorial commentary, and it will also be 16 pages. It's a great format for a companion piece. It just makes the world that much richer. So that's over on the campaign, which is live now. AJ Bridgman, I am working on Red Rooster. These are episode 4 pencils. If I can get the wheels and the fenders to look right, I'll be in shape. Backers, remember, you said it. You said when you were promoting it, it was going to be big. Well, it is big. It's a lot of extra art, and it was $25. No, the tier was $50, and it came with the comic book, which was signed with gold foil, and it also came with the sketchbook, which is 16 pages of professionally from a professional photo shoot, editorial commentary, many days of design work. It also came with a poster and stickers and your trading cards. So it's a phenomenal value for $50. And the sketchbook itself is not like a $25 thing, but it was a $50 tier. But it was never intended to be a great big thing. Memories are funny things. But it is big, in a way. A lot of time and effort was put into it. And we're doing the exact same thing for the saints and with Christians' work, which is even better than my own. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I think Doug, yeah, his sketchbook was very beautiful. Very beautiful. But we like the format that we have, and we plan to repeat it. Yes, the poster was a stretch goal reward, but it was baked into the cake. You know, some companies, like, you know, they'll sell you a 12 pack of whatever and give you $5 shipping, but really you're paying for the shipping in the cost of the product. It's just a way of balancing things out. But if you're unhappy with it, then that's just the situation. So on the Saints campaign, we have the sketchbook is priced at $15, and the poster is priced at $10 in the add-ons page. But I simply can't go bankrupt. Promoting comics on the internet. Gives customers their voice. All right. You're blocked. I'm here to draw for our viewers. Comment creators blocking customers. Where have I seen this before? Well, congratulations, you are blocked too. How do I do that? I'm here to draw for my fans. Kid Mustang says, what's the next step? Ink on another layer. I am going to, yes, that would be the next step. So I do a layer of inks in gray tones, and but I'm going to go ahead and pencil several pages before I start the inks. I guess another stream. I figured if I'm drawing, I might as well share the process with people that are interested. Will Red Rooster Season 2 be released as individual issues or graphic novels like Golden Age? We're going to try to stick to individual issues and then bundle everything into graphic novels. That is the plan. So we want to make sure. So one of our strategies going forward is to bundle our books into graphic novel format or trade paperback format. and distribute those further afield than Walmart. And I hope to have some more announcements about that soon. So that's a great question, and I really appreciate it. We'll try to use the crowdfunding mechanism too, especially for international people. But hopefully I'll have some announcements real soon. And Bosk has a very similar question. Is there a plan to compile other issues and other volumes? Yes, we do plan to do that because it just makes a lot more sense, and some customers prefer that format. And we certainly want to provide every opportunity that we can for people to enjoy these books. But stay tuned. I hope to have announcements soon in regards to that process. Elizabeth brings the heat. Somebody's ticked off Mama Bear. Yeah, just because you bought a ticket to a Keanu Reeves movie that you didn't like doesn't give you the right to go bang on his door. All right. I mean, I guess I should stop with the analogies, but it's like going to see a movie because you like the trailer, but one scene was cut out of the trailer for budget or time or whatever. Thank you, Junkyard. So we've got, hopefully you've received your tracking. Most of our international packages have been shipped. We have a few addresses, about 40 or 50 addresses that need to be verified, and we're going to so if you haven't got your tracking, you either have an address that needs to be verified, and you'll get an email from us soon, or you had either a head sketch or an original art thing, and I'm still wrapping up those. But I hope you get it very soon. Thank you. Yeah, we plan to do soft cover trade paperbacks and hard cover. It's just, I can't make any promises on how it will play out because there are too many variables still at this stage, but the trade paperbacks are a definite. My current thought is that when we get to the hardcover situation, I might run an Indiegogo or a Kickstarter or both, and also do them in retail. But I want to run the Kickstarter Indiegogo to add to our print run so it will reduce our costs and allow international customers like yourself to participate. And let me run an idea by everybody while I have some people here. So my idea is we run them all as a set and create a custom box. So you get a box set of all 4 of the hardcovers at the end of the season. That's kind of where my head's at. Again, not making promises, I'm just spitballing. And then it'll be the 4 hardcovers in a custom box that you could put on your bookshelf as like a bonus or like a campaign exclusive or something like that. But that's where my head's at. You leaving?
Keys or see the key to the SUV.
Just take the car.
I need the SUV.
Oh. One second, I gotta find my keys. Here they are. I do not. Love you. Fun. Have some fans. Your sketchbook. Your cat. Get some sketchbook fans in chat. Huh? Oh. No, I already blocked. right, so it looks like the hardcover thing is a good idea. Oh, Alejandro from Long Harbor is in the chat. So yeah, that's a beautiful project. Says it should be out next week, so that's cool. All right, so we've got AJ Bridgman. What year does Red Rooster take place? It never really specified. Yeah, I didn't really lock it down. The flashback that is Golden Age takes place in like 31-ish, and then the main story, which is, if you've read it without spoiling it, the return of Red Rooster to Big Town and the world from his hermitage on the mountain. That's more like 1937, 36. So there was a 5-year absence for Red Rooster. And now he's back. And this issue, basically, the whole first 3 episodes, most of it was a flashback with a bookend of the current timeline. But we're back in the current timeline, and we're not gonna do any flashbacks from here on out. I needed the flashback to set up the big comeback story of Frank Cooper. Well, that's a very nice thing of you to say, but there's a lot of great talent right now. A lot. Oh my gosh, I've jacked this wheel up. Will customers who bought original art be able to choose the page based on the order in which they made the purchase, or will the pages be decided randomly? It's sort of a mixed bag on that. I've got a couple of, I got to redo this wheel. So I've set aside, because some of the original art purchasers were dear friends, and there were particular pages that had special meaning to their lives. For instance, a friend of mine who's a filmmaker, I want to give him a specific page, and he paid the price for the original art as a backer, and that's really super cool. And I want him to have a scene that's from the studio shot from Act 1 of the book. And then I have another friend who was my former employer, and he cut trees. He still cuts trees. He has a tree cutting business. And I've reserved a page for him that had a lot of trees in it, which is page 2 of the book, the big splash shot. So I'm going to make sure that those pages go to specific individuals that are good friends and of mine, and then from there, what's left, I think that's a good idea, is to approach it in order of the purchases made. So that's probably what I'll try to do. Xenomorph is plugging a YouTube channel. You a fan of the Patriot Hut? He talks about you a lot. I have seen a couple of episodes a couple years ago, but I can't say that I'm a fan or a watcher. But it's really super weird to be talked about all the time on a YouTube channel. I'm not sure what it's all about. But they say any press is good press. I'm not totally sure I understand the YouTube thing. There's an opinion. All right, now let's see if I can actually draw a tire. the Allegiance Arts comics in a shared universe, or is each story its own individually contained universe? Well, I'd like to think of it as a shared universe, but some books are more connected than others, if that makes sense. In issue 1 of Nora's Saga, she has a Red Rooster poster on her wall, which is a bit of a wink and a nod of a shared universe. But if the, I don't want to spoil much here, but the Saints and the Futurists are very much in the same universe. And the stories are connected in a loose way. But it won't be fully revealed until later. But I love the idea of a shared universe. And it's definitely something we've considered from the beginning. Well, not from the very beginning, but drawing this truck is no joke. All right, we've got a Twitch commenter. Thank you from Twitch. I've had an account on Twitch for probably a decade, and I have never logged into it. And this is my first stream. And you're my first comment. I figured, why not? If I can stream to multiple platforms, I might as well. Here's a little trick. If you grab an airbrush and you put it on overlay, oh no, it's not going to work. Damn it. It's okay. Alien Xenomorph, thank you again for $2. I will have a couple of cups of coffee on you. and I should team up with Liam Gray and Save Comics. Is he the guy from Oasis? Should we do an Oasis comic book? I hear like bands doing comic books are all the rage. So if you know Liam from Oasis, let him know we're on the map, and we'd definitely be down to make an Oasis comic book. It would be bigger than the Beatles. I love what you're doing with Allegiance Arts. By the way, are you accepting submissions for other creator-owned ideas? I have 2 Pro Team series in the works. So thank you very much. I really appreciate the kind comment. We are not accepting pitches from creator-owned projects right now. The prerogative of Allegiance Arts at this time is to do our own in-house content, proprietary, and that's what we're going to do for the time being. How much more do I want to say? I'm in the early stages of building something else that would be creator-owned, for creator-owned people, but it's in the early stages, and I don't want to say much more than that. But what I would encourage you to do is just keep making your book and build your audience and try the crowdfunding thing and get it made and get it finished. And that will open, I think, a lot of doors for you, especially if it's a great project. Thank you. Liam, thank you for $2. Liam owns Conquest Comics, and he is a CG hero. Vossen says this is Liam. This Liam is leading the CG is the leading CG producer from Australia. Well, that's cool. I'm pretty sure I've heard of him, and I'm not like a YouTube comic book connoisseur. I know I participated in chats and stuff in the early days, and I get on here and draw every once in a while. And I'm friends with people like Kelsey and Mike Miller and others. But I kind of just keep in mind when you're dealing with me, like I have half a clue as to what's going on YouTube and on in the comic book Twitter sphere and all that stuff. I'm not on Twitter, and I don't really follow the YouTube stuff. So, but I've heard of Liam. I wish him very well. Anybody trying to save comic books is an ally. How about that? Just ask Kelsey if I don't know something. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do ask Kelsey if I don't know something. I'm always happy to engage if people are nice and productive. But if people are mean or counterproductive, then that's my line. Kelsey might have eaten a street full of his neighbors during COVID lockdowns, but everyone still loves him. I cannot comment on that. I don't have just no comment. I have no comment. We'll read your comments for free. Here's an invitation to Mr. Xenomorph on Well Read Reviews, channel name F Off Well Read. See, I'm a connector. I like connecting people to do productive, good things. So young Marcus wears a red cape because he is a Red Rooster fan. It's a bigger crowd today than my 6 a.m. crowd. So that's nice. Thank you all for joining us. All right, so Marcus lives in a poor neighborhood, as you can see. Like a little dinky old mailbox over here. Stone path that leads down the streets. Why not? Staircase. Going up to a porch that you can't quite see. And a lattice. A lattice. Covering the foundation. about a flower garden? Just because you're of little means doesn't mean you can't grow flowers. All right, we have a background. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see this in more detail. You guys have been sticking with me long enough. You deserve a close-up. It's like OnlyFans. You're all getting a peek under my skirt. All right, so that's what we've accomplished so far in an hour and a half. I'm going to keep trucking on this and try to get the whole page done. If you guys have any, I'm going to stretch real quick, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. And again, here's the top shot. All right, we did get a question, a good one. AJ asks, I think the one thing in Golden Age that kind of kept me confused was as to why Strongboy decides to stay with Red Rooster when everyone can tell he detests him and the moniker of the Red Rooster. Yeah, I've had a couple people comment on that, so that's definitely, you know, we have a lot of characters. I'm not going to throw out excuses. There is a lot of characters in the book, though, and everyone has their different motivations, and it was hard to kind of explore them all. You know, characters like Pilgrim Shadow, we weren't able to get really in deep with Pilgrim Shadow, so he kind of feels a little wooden. But it is the Red Rooster book after all, and Pilgrim Shadow might make a comeback. So Strongboy, the situation with Strongboy is he grew up with Red Rooster, so he was adopted. So if you got your trading card pack, on the back of it, it reveals that Strongboy was adopted by the Thurmans, by Ma and Pa Thurman, Ma and Pa Cooper. And so, as a boy, when he was discovered in a strongman competition as like a 12-year-old or something, and so Frank Cooper takes him under his wing and trains him to take on the mantle of the Red Rooster when Frank is ready to pass it on. But Strongboy is hot-headed, and he's got a little bit of a drinking problem. We were trying to create a contrast between the visions of the Red Rooster and the mantle and the sacredness of the Order of the Dawn. So Strongboy is definitely keen on justice, but felt that Frank Cooper had taken the once sacred Order of the Dawn and the mantle of the Red Rooster and commercialized it. And he was bitter about this. And you know, if I had it to do over again, I would try to find a way to make that just a little bit more clear, because that's obviously in my head. And as much as I'm trying to communicate to the reader what's in my head, it doesn't always come across perfectly. But with episode 4, 5, and 6, Strongboy, though he has quit the Order of the Dawn, he does play a big part, and I don't want to spoil what that will be because it's pretty cool. But we're going to get to spend some more time with Strongboy, and you're going to get to know him a little bit. You know, you're going to get to understand his motivations a little bit more in the next 3 episodes. That's a great question. Smug Monk says, don't be afraid to kill off characters. I think the deaths are assumed deaths of certain characters during Golden Age added weight to the story, though those characters could return in prequels. Yeah, so, actions have consequences, and what is dead may never die. I don't, yeah. So death, I don't want to spoil anything because obviously you've read the book, but others may have not. So there was some carnage involved in Red Rooster, and there were some consequences that had to be paid. See, we have, I didn't want to give away a spoiler. I'm already said too much, though. Strong Boy does not die. Thank you very much. You're too kind. But I do try to be. And some days it is not easy. Spoiler alert. Yes, the Hamburglar did die. But in episode 6, he is revived by Ronald McDonald and the Fry Guys. The Fry Guys are very important. The Burger King gets away with it all. You hype for SEC football? I am. I like SEC football. I didn't get to watch very much the last couple of years or so, but the Razorbacks are doing very well in baseball. Very well. So that's exciting. One of my good friends used to pitch for them way back. Number one in the nation. Correct. But I am looking forward to enjoying some football. Like, it's been a long time. That's good to hear, because I know the team's had a string of the football team has had a string of bad luck. It'd be nice to really have something to celebrate. I was just in Fayetteville, Arkansas last week, actually. We had a business trip and a board meeting for Allegiance Arts with our board, who all live in Northwest Arkansas. It is a beautiful part of the country. I would love to live there. And it is growing like crazy. Our small group of investors, which also are our board, many of them live up there in Northwest Arkansas in the Bentonville, Rogers, Fayetteville area. And they're great people. We're very, very lucky to have some really cool people involved with this comic book company. Hold on, your front leg. Like that, yeah. That's better. My dog anatomy has improved quite a bit from the first few pages of Red Rooster. I hadn't drawn that many dogs in my time in comics, but I'm better at it now. That's a great question. I'm not sure about Wayne's comment. If you want to get blocked, you can just let me know. But Gene Ann, I'm a bit out of the loop. What are the plans for future Red Rooster? So I'm working on episode 4 right now, and we're going to continue the series as individual comic episodes into Walmart, along with our other Allegiance Arts titles. And I have engaged a writer for a project called Red Rooster Legacies, which will be a 48 to 52 page backstory on the mantle of the Red Rooster passed from generation to generation. Opens at the Alamo, follows the story of a Templar knight. We touch on Revolutionary War, we touch on World War I, and we reveal the secret of how Frank Cooper became the Red Rooster. So it's going to be sort of a narrative adventure, jumping around from time period to time period, but it all links together. So that's what's going on with Red Rooster right now. That is the plan for the Legacies project. It as a single volume. Crankhole, that is the name of our next title. Just kidding. I don't know what that is, so that might be like a it might be a word I'm not supposed to say. I don't even know what that means. If it means something bad, don't tell me in the chat. Oh, the crank hole. Is that what you mean by the cars? I gotcha. Cars of that age might need to be cranked to start. Possibly. I get it now. Crank. I'm going to start calling people crank holes. So this is the 1930s, although this is an older car. This is probably like a, I don't know. I'm not like an expert. So this is an old work truck. I don't know if it needed to be cranked or not. That's one of those details I'm just not going to concern myself about. All right, so I put the mailbox here. Someone's already checked Urban Dictionary for us. All right, so now I have to draw Levi, who's in the driver's seat. And since this is real complicated, it's hard to draw figures in cars, but fortunately we can add another layer. Levi's a big fella, so maybe he hangs his arm out the window. puts his foot out the door. Yeah, I kind of like that. It's not too bad. The cats are good. We had a bit of a scare with Chumley, who's just turned 14. That was many months ago, and we got him sorted out. But thank you. Thank you for asking about my cats. Our cats. They're pretty good little animals. Most of the time. AJ, fire away. And if I can't answer it without a spoiler, then I will refrain. Unless the question itself is a spoiler. But I trust your judgment. All right, so now what I'm going to do is just add the tones. It's not the right tool. Okay, then this is not a spoiler. All right. Okay, I was curious as to why the name of 4D Man actually referred to when his ability has to do with electricity. So the backstory with 4D Man is he worked under Tesla, right? And he became aggrieved. Is that the right word? So he has a grudge against old Tesla, and he broke away. He was, I guess, like the young intern that mopped up the floor, and Tesla never recognized his brilliance. This is all stuff I couldn't fit in the book. So he has stolen Tesla technologies and sees himself as a liberator of mankind and a scorned genius. And that's where his powers come from. We gave Tesla a couple of nods in the book, but it's just with the space we had, we weren't able to really explore it. Yeah, I'm definitely a Jack Kirby fan. I wouldn't say I am uh, like a super fan, collector kind of guy or anything, but I admire his prowess and his accomplishments a great deal. Thank you for watching. You've stuck with us for quite a while. I greatly appreciate it. I have to take a call over. Hey, Juan, how are you? Dadgum. I thought that was a worker I had hired for something, but it was a spam message. Apparently, they want to sell me a home security system. All right, so this one's done. We've got 2 panels in the can here. These were not easy shots, either of these. But I liked how they turned out. I just have to ink them. Oh man, I got a tough question. Who is my favorite comic book artist, and then artist in general? That is, it kind of changes from month to month, year to year, day to day. I think, oh gosh, it really is impossible to pin it to just one of each of those. My cat's in here making a mess. Artist in general, oh gosh, Maxfield Parrish is a great one. His color is amazing. Singer Sargent is another favorite. His watercolors, particularly. Hiroshi, I'm probably butchering this name, but Hiroshi Yoshida, a Japanese woodblock print artist, is just mind-bogglingly talented. just what he did with woodblock prints is astounding. I mean, like a master of masters. Comic book artist? Oh, that's a tough one. I really don't know how to answer it because I like so many. And different artists inspired me at different times in my life. From like, when I was a kid, it was Jim Lee. When I was in college, it was Travis Charest or Charest. I don't know how it's pronounced. And then as I got older, I looked more into the old school guys. What's that guy that drew Scorchy Smith? His work is incredible. Milton Caniff. And then also like a lot of Silver Age artists too. Kubert for sure is a big one for me. I like his work a lot. I don't know. It's a big list, and I can't think of them all right now. All right, so I am going to get back to it. I'm going to skip ahead and do an easy panel, the close-up shot. At least I hope it will be easy. Thank you, Mega Rico. For anybody that's new in the chat, my wife and I run the publishing house Allegiance Arts. We publish books into Walmart, and we have our fifth and newest title has launched on Indiegogo called The Saints. And I'm going to put the link up. Saints.me. It's really easy to remember. And The Saints features a script by Mike Barron and artwork by Christian Rosado. So go check out allegiancearts.com. That's our company. And then thesaints.me is our current campaign. And you don't want to miss Christian's work. So thank you for allowing me a quick pitch. All right, so I start every shot with a horizon line. And this one doesn't have to be really complicated. I just need to get a sense of the depth. Thank you, Mega Rico. All right, I'm glad you're catching on to what we're trying to do with our trade paperbacks here as specials. So I think they match up nicely together. All right, so then I just kind of fade my perspective back. I create a new layer. I don't want to make Marcus is just a boy of 12 or 13 or so. So I got to be careful not to give him the full cheeks. Still got the boyish cheeks. But just like drawing women, you don't want them to be lines on the face, or it'll make them look older than they are, especially on a close-up, where you don't have his body to give you the context of his age. Oh, you know what? I forgot his. So he wears a cape. So I can't forget his little tie. All right, and then Rascal. I gotta draw Rascal. So this is not the same Rascal as the Rascal in Golden Age. So this is Marcus's Rascal. He's I guess what we would call a super fan. So he wears a red cape everywhere he goes, and named his dog Rascal. Thank you for joining us. You're kind of coming in at the very end. All right, so that panel is done. Let me get rid of that. That's really all the info I need for that. I can ink from that shot there. So Marcus gets up to no good. If you guys want me to keep going, I can go ahead and finish this whole thing out. That's just my plan today. And I'll probably start another page this evening because I've got to do about a page and a half a day for a while. But if you don't mind, I am going to take a 5-minute break. In fact, let me go put a taking a 5-minute break. All right, guys, I think you watched me draw 2 panels. I'm going to draw 2 more, and I'm just going to take a break real quick, and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Nature calls. Stay hydrated. Drink lots of fluids. I'll be right back. I'll zoom this in so you guys can see. All right, I'm back. Got my water. And this is awesome. I thank you guys for being here because it keeps my butt in the seat. It keeps me from being too distracted. So we're going to finish this page and get the whole thing done. Find my horizon line. Okay, so if this shot, so I just basically, the way I do this is I kind of get a rough calculation of how many feet high my camera is positioned. In this case, you can see the house is about 4 feet up. Then the deck is another 2 feet up. So Marcus is standing, I don't know, 5 feet, roughly, give or take. And he's 4.5, 5 feet, 5 foot tall, probably 4.5 foot tall. So he's standing, the top of his head is roughly 10 feet. Which would be over the car, the truck, by a couple of feet. I think that puts my horizon line right about here. Give or take. I do this on a separate layer. In case I miscalculate. So I use a straight edge on top of my Cintiq to create the perspective. Which is handy because instead of getting a longer ruler, I can just make my image smaller. It's quite a bit smaller than that. So my vanishing point is way out. That's even too far. Not far enough, I mean. I know it's hard for you guys to see. So that's what I came up with. It's a little wonky because I had to zoom out so much. Should be good enough though. So I just kind of fade those out so so they don't intrude on my drawing, but I can still see my grid. And I usually I try to keep my perspective grids on another layer. The truck is clearly not quite right. We'll figure it out. Flix has a question. Hey, Mitch, have you considered including solo stories for individual members of Red Rooster's team? Well, that's an interesting idea. Maybe like a 2-page backup story in the back of a comic book. That's a possibility. I think it's a great question because a lot of people ask me about the different characters because we didn't have time to get into all the nitty-gritty details in the Golden Age special, nor will we have time to do it all necessarily in upcoming issues because we're really focusing on Frank Cooper and we're introducing new characters like these characters here that become really important to the storyline. Strong Boy is coming back and he has a very important role to play in future episodes. You'll get to know more about Strong Boy. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it. And we're doing Red Rooster Legacies. We've got a writer for Legacies project that will tell the history of the Order of the Dawn, and it'll tell the story of how Frank Cooper got the mantle of the Red Rooster in the first place. All right, this isn't the tightest panel, but I think I just am ready to move ahead. Not every panel is going to be a humdinger. I could probably ink from that though. That's all I really need. All right, last panel. Levi drives away, and Marcus stands on the porch contemplatively. And as always, I'm going to break it out in perspective. I'm trying to keep this one really simple. In fact, I think I might just put the tail end of the truck here with a big kind of a smoke burnout. Although I don't know if these old trucks did burnouts, but we can fudge. Now let's zoom in so you can see all the little detail here. No, not right now, pal. All right, so got some trees in the background. Sorry, pal, you gotta go. All right, well, that came together pretty quickly. Which is always good. All right, I'm going to zoom in, let you guys see the progress on the last three panels. I can ink from these. I realize some of it's a little bit rough, but it's all good. You got to know when to fold them. Now, for those that are still watching, I'm going to scan through here for you so you can see the whole page. So we're at 3 hours and 26 minutes. I was up at like 7, started a stream, and I did this first panel here. It took me 3 hours and 30 minutes to do this panel. But it was pretty complicated, setting the scene and all that. And then moving on down to the second half of the page, we're right at the 3 hour and 26 minute mark. So not too bad. I cranked the last 2 out pretty fast. It's been about 2 hours on this middle panel here, but it's more complex. So if you guys have any last minute questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I am going to sign out here in just a couple of minutes. But right now the floor is yours, or you can just check out the art. I'm going to go ahead and post the link for the Saints in the chat. That is thesaint.me. So be sure and check it out. We've got an incredible script by Mike Barron. It's very good. He's a super pro. The guy knows how to write a script. He's at least one Eisner, maybe 2 for The Punisher. We have Christian Rosado on The Saints, who is a breakout talent. Just go check it out. It's thesaints.me. You can pre-order this book on Indiegogo. Christian is over halfway done with the artwork. So go check it out. Go. What are you waiting for? All right. Thank you all for joining me. I'm going to sign off. And I enjoyed this, so I'm going to do more of it. It keeps my butt in my chair. And I think you guys asked some interesting questions, and it's mostly a lot of fun. So thank you all. Have a good day.